guys, hope all is well. And in today's video, we're talking about how knowing the Narc and going through what we went through with them actually made us a better person, molded us into a better version of ourselves. Before we get into that topic, I do want to just quickly apologize about how odd my hair is shaped and looks. If it does look weird to you, because I'm going to be styling it later, but because this video is about more important things than how my hair looks, I wanted to just put that little apology in here, or disclaimer, because when I style it, it's not going to look like this. I actually haven't put any product in. I'm just letting it dry from out of the shower. But yeah, back to the point, guys. Just want to just say that because it is kind of oddly shaped, but the video is not about that. Anyways, so I know a lot of y'all are probably thinking, how in the world did me knowing the Narc make me better? Because I feel like life would have been so much smoother and would have saved me so much headache and heartache and confusion if I had just never met this monster. Which that was their mission, right? When they came into our lives, was to cause us heartache, headache, and confusion, pain, death, cardiovascular issues, wrinkles, under eye bags, just all of the sadness and torment that is within them. They wanted to pass it off to us, right? But here is the upside though. Although all of that may be true, and although I do understand that thought process of, what? How in the world is life better? Or how in the world am I a better version of myself because I met that monster? Here's how. Because you met that monster, and no matter how long you knew them for, by the time you left, you had reached your limit, whatever your limit is. Some of you, it wasn't your first rodeo. This wasn't your first Narc. This was your second or third Narc. And so you left earlier than usual because you had already spent a lot of time with that first Narc, and you weren't gonna let anybody waste your time this time around. And kudos to you. I would be the same way if it happened the second time around for me. I pray it doesn't. But I also feel like I know the signs enough to stop it early, like in a 6-month mark, or just not even get into it at all now if I was dealing with a Narc. So the ways that it made us better, the ways that dealing with these monsters made us better is this. By the time we left, we had probably given them chance after chance after chance. Which means, I forgot to put my necklaces on, sheesh. I'll put them on for the next thing that I filmed, but anyways. By the time that we walked away, we know we had given them all that we could, and that they had shown us time and time again they were not planning on changing. But what we learned with that is not necessarily don't be a good person or don't be nice, but is that if you don't stand strong on your boundaries and on your standards and what you deserve, people like this, good people won't take advantage, but people like this will play in your face every time. So we've learned that if we ever come across another person who, if we think about it, even from the beginning, these kinds of people, these Narcs, they were mocking us the whole time. When we were getting to know them, and once they got comfortable, they were making little jokes. That's how it started, the little jokes. Oh, I'm just kidding. But when you think about it, they started mocking us from the very beginning. They started the disrespect from the beginning. And in the beginning, I mean like by the second or third month of knowing us, they tried to test us and see, are they gonna put their foot down? They probably won't. They're just way too nice. And what do? Take kindness for weakness every time, which is a very silly, stupid move. We're not saying Narcs are smart. They're not smart by any means. We're a lot smarter. Us empaths are a lot smarter than Narcs, and we know that. They don't have the ability of foresight, which is often said. Yeah, and they don't. Us empaths, we have the ability of foresight. That is a superpower. We know what is a good investment and a bad investment. A Narc will think they're making a good investment and make a bad investment. They don't have those internal sensors that come from God-given empathy. And that's what happens when you choose Lucifer's side, when you choose the darkness. You don't have those sensors. But anyways, the narcissist made us better because the narcissist, she or he, made us now stick to our guns. So now, as soon as someone disrespects us, I don't know about y'all, but especially me, and probably a lot of y'all, after what we went through, as soon as someone mocks us or disrespects us the first time, and then we know we don't even really know them, we're gonna get up, smile, and walk out. We are going to remove ourselves from that situation because we already know how it ends. A lot of us stayed out of curiosity. I know I did. You're just laughing along. If you've never gone through this before, you were the type of person that went with the flow. You're thinking to yourself, there's no way someone could be this crazy. But now you know there was a way someone could be that crazy, and they were. So you're going with the flow. You're letting them kind of slickly mock you, disrespect you. Because at the end of the day, you just assume they have empathy like you do, and that at the end of the day, after the time goes by and you start proving yourself, after you start proving yourself, you're feeling like they will see how hard you're trying and respect you for it. But they actually end up disrespecting you for your kindness and for your efforts. They don't have gratitude, so they're not grateful. You're thinking about how you're grateful for those things. But I was in the wrong as well, because like I told you guys in my other video, I will admit I knew I did not love my narc. So I did not need to be wasting that man's time. And I told him that. I told him, look, sir, I do not feel for you how you feel for me. And I don't want to waste your time, because there's a woman out there that will love you the way that you deserve. And I told him that early on, and it just made him madder. And narcissists love to turn a no into a yes. So it just became a challenge for him. And I honestly was not sure how to get rid of him. Plus, I will admit, the part of me that I'm working on now, that I guess was a little bit in alignment with the dark side, was just curious and almost wanting to enjoy those dates and gifts and stuff, even knowing that I didn't like him. But I knew it wasn't right, so I would always tell him the truth. But again, I would just make him more angry. It was a challenge to him. And the part that's so confusing is all of these things are normal to a certain extent. That's what keeps us staying so long, guys. This stuff is normal. But what's not normal is when it becomes clear that your life is in danger. And a lot of us had to leave because it got to that point. When it becomes clear that there's not even an inkling of a portion of a percentage of a chance that we're on the same team right now. You're letting me know that everything leading up to now was really you being against me. And now you're running off into the sunset with a new person, and you're really letting me know that you have never really been with me. But this made us better because it makes us double down on our standards, stand strong on what we would deserve, and this forced us to see our worth and to act on it and to respect ourselves. This forced us to respect ourselves, and we should have respected ourselves. We should have respected ourselves when we met this person. It has nothing to do with them. I'm just saying, like, inside, we should have respected ourselves internally. And what's sad is, I know I thought I did respect myself when I met my narcissist. But I found out I really didn't respect myself the way I thought I did. Because a person who respects themselves, the moment his flying monkeys and his family insulted me and said the things they said stuff about my skin, they said stuff about me basically not being good enough for their son. Again, some of that stuff is normal. Even non-narcissistic families will make little jokes and hints. And that's what kept me staying. Like, oh, families just can hate sometimes. They're good people. Everything looked good and right on the outside, but that can be deceiving. Satan is deceiving. So, Satan, we all know that it's all about illusions and trickery on the side of Satan and Lucifer. So they will get you comfortable, feed you the candy, feed you the gifts, all the stuff, all the laughs, the jokes, get you comfortable. just to get real serious and switch up on you with an anger explosion, as we all experienced. All of us that were with narcissists experienced narcissistic rage, so we know what that's like. But guys, this made us a better version of ourselves, because it made us see how we weren't valuing ourselves by allowing this to happen to us. And it made us see that there are people that will 100% take our kindness for weakness. And we just didn't really believe that someone would go this hard and to this extent to just draw out every drop of kindness they could in us, and of every drop of energy. Because they're energy suckers, they're energy vampires. We didn't believe that there was really people that would use you that much behind closed doors with nobody watching. A narcissist feels like, because nobody's watching, they only care when people are watching, because nobody's watching, I'm gonna do you so dirty, and who's gonna know? And if you're stupid enough not to have anybody watching this or anybody looking out for you, that's on you. That's why they love to isolate. They love to get you alone. They love to call you crazy and gaslight. They want you doubting yourself. They really want you dead. When medical emergencies happen, they pretend to be concerned, but they're excited. They're happy. They want to report back to Lucifer and Satan and say, I destroyed this person. I did it. Because the thoughts in their head are so dark and so twisted that they want to deliver some of that misery onto you by literally just taking you out. There's so many narcissists who are married or have been married, and survivors of narcissistic abuse that were married, rather, that have shared that when they tried to leave and they made their final exit, their narcissist warned them that they would take their life if they really tried to leave them. And what that means is the narcissist had not yet found a replacement, and the person really was going to leave, and that will leave a narcissist unhinged. The only way they're going to be okay with you leaving is if they already had their new supply and they were transferring to the new supply anyways. Like in my case, when I made my final exit, it did hurt my narcissist, but it wasn't as serious as with some people, because they did already have their new supply and they were already grooming the new supply. So when I made my final exit, yes, they called me 30 times a day, but they had a new person already. They were already with this person. They were already flirting, getting to know them. And it wasn't as deep as the people who aren't prepared. A narcissist who's unprepared for you to leave and doesn't have a new person lined up, that could drive them crazy. So they will make threats and say they will take your life or something like that, because they really need your energy source to stay until they find a new one. It's like leaving a job before you get a new one. You can't just do that to a narcissist. You can. I suggest you do. You should. But be very careful. It can get dangerous, is all I'm saying. Especially if they've already isolated you when you're trying to leave and make your exit. But yeah, guys, these narcissists, they made us better. They made us never settle again. They made us more alert when we're vetting a new person during the dating process. And they made us value ourselves harder than we ever would have if we had not met them. We would have thought we were valuing ourselves, but still been so kind that we would let someone take advantage of us. We will never let anyone take advantage of us again because of what these narcs put us through. So yes, what we went through with them has made us a better version of ourselves that will not let anyone take our kindness for weakness. And that deserves a round of applause and a clap. All of us, not clap, a high five. All of us empaths need to high five each other that we are at a whole new level of self-worth where we will never let anyone take our kindness for weakness. And that makes us a better version of ourselves. So guys, if you've watched this long and you're still here, thank you so much for your support and for watching, and see you guys in the next one.